The polar vortex that sent much of North America into an Arctic deep freeze is finally beginning to recede, but with the thaw comes flooding. It's happening in southern parts of the U.S., but also across parts of the United Kingdom. Eric Sorensen reports on what could be causing all this severe weather across the northern hemisphere.
Freezing rain once more in southern Ontario. Treacherous conditions on a hill led to a 10-car pileup that drivers just could not avoid.
There's no way anyone in here could stop their vehicle. We keep piling each other like crazy.
Icy highways and icy neighborhoods have led to scores of accidents in what has been a punishing winter of weather extremes in Canada. Unusually mild weather comes on the heels of some of the most far-reaching cold weather in decades. It was bitterly cold from Western Canada through Ontario and Quebec, right out to the Maritimes and Newfoundland. Rare cold weather in the southern U.S. has now been followed by heavy rains. Boynton Beach, Florida got 44 centimeters late this week. That's 44 centimeters of rain. Much of the winter's pounding is blamed on the polar vortex that not only devoured North America,
is finally starting to retreat back into Canada.
This year's erratic polar air mass has also been the focus of forecasters across the northern hemisphere.
It's a spinning area above the poles.
Great Britain has been battered by winter storms this January. In Wales, people were forced from their seaside homes by waves crashing over the waterfront. In southern England, widespread flooding from heavy rain. That's the Thames on the right and what should be dry land on the left. And McKelney is not on an island normally, but it is now cut off in southwest England by water on all sides.
Luckily, there's not fast-flowing water at the moment. There's no other way, apart from being airlifted out, to get that off the island.
Back in North America, the weather created uncommon hazards this week, such as ice jams on the Niagara River. Ice breakers had to keep the waterway clear to protect Niagara's power plants. But the weather here also created uncommon beauty. Niagara Falls, with mountains of ice, was a winter wonderland for out-of-season tourists.
I'm not used to this cold, man. I'm used to the heat in Jamaica, and when you see these things, it's really marvelous.
As Canadians long ago learned to do, visitors might as well appreciate the winter conditions.
We're from Florida, and then we were looking for a real winter, so here we are.
Eric Sorensen, Global News, Washington.